Hey, hey, how's everybody? Hey, Caitlin,
Hello.
how are ya?
Good, you?
I'm doing well. How are things in Greenville?
We're making it.
That's
Trucking
good.
along.
I love
Yep.
it. I love your answer. That's awesome.
Y'all there?
We're making it. We are here, friend. Hey, hey, everybody. Hey, Nicole.
Hello.
There she is. I'm going to pass it over to you, friend, and let you greet all these lovely people.
All righty. Welcome to the call, everybody.
I thought you were going to say welcome to the closet. I love it that you're in
closet. I rearranged my closet, so now it looks a little more like an office on this side.
I'm jealous. You've inspired me. Not jealous. That's not good. I'm inspired. How about that? Is that better?
Yes. Well, Brad inspired me the other day when he was like, "You're in your closet." I was like, I think I need to clean this up a little bit.
It looks awesome.
Thank
Now I want to go redo my closet.
Cool. Everybody
Add it to the list.
That's right.
What is it?
I just said
Caitlin
add
said add it to
quarantine
the list.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
The list.
So let's see. We have quite a few people on right now. Welcome to the Zoom call.
Whatever day it is, right?
Yeah. Zoom call number 55 of the day. Woo woo! But each one is awesome, right? So everybody make sure you have your pen and paper ready to go. Kelly's going to give everybody the goods. So excited about this leadership call. Ooh. Drink your tea. So many exciting things happening in this organization. So many people hitting cuts of different levels in the marketing plan. So exciting. 8:27. Welcome, welcome, whoever just joined us.
Hey, Nicole.
Hey, Mike, how are you?
Good. How are you today?
Very good, very good. Excited to be here.
It's a quiz, Mike. What day is it?
March 30th.
Woohoo! That's right, it's my anniversary today.
Anniversary.
Thank you.
I notice a lot of people are having anniversaries.
March is a good month.
It is that.
Welcome, Brenda. Welcome to the call.
Thank you.
So excited for today's call. Thank you, Tara. How awesome. Oh, I think we have a birthday tomorrow at the end of the month, huh? Happy early birthday to Mike Kirkpatrick. Woo-hoo! Awesome. Make sure you guys have your pen and paper ready to go, your tea. Kelly's going to bring you all the goods that you want for tonight's call. So be ready. We have about 1 more minute to go until we get started. Woohoo! Welcome, everybody. Heard a little baby. How sweet. Mine is downstairs eating meatballs right now.
Picture or it didn't happen.
Right? Hey, Dawn, welcome to the call. Hey, Karen. Welcome, welcome. Going to be a great call on leadership. We have so many great leaders on this call right now. So exciting. Such a great time to be in Herbalife. Such a scary time out in the real world, but a great time here in Herbalife for sure. So you guys are all in the right place at the right time. So incredibly excited to be here tonight. And it is 8:30, so I am super honored to be able to introduce our speaker tonight. We have the amazing, the wonderful, soon-to-be executive president's team member, Kelly Davis. Take it away.
Aw, thank you, Nicole. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, everybody. Oh my gosh. I wish we could just extend the call so I could say hi personally to each and every one of you. So excited and honored to be here. Mike Kirkpatrick, I might need your help cutting off some of these chimes. Do you have that ability? Or am I the only one, since I'm Tara tonight, that can do it?
I got you, Kelly. I'm doing it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, very good. Awesome. Hey, you guys, everybody. Hey, Jonathan. Hey, Brian. Oh my gosh. You guys, happy Monday. Happy March the 30th. Happy last day of the month. You guys, I'm so fired up. Like, I was debating a while ago. I'm like, do I need tea? Well, of course, I always need tea, right? I'm like fired up, and I'm like, okay, I think I'm fired up enough right now as it is. There's so much momentum happening in the organization, you guys. It's really noisy out in the environment, as you all know. It's noisy outside of Herbalife. It's noisy in the world, but I'm telling you what, there's some awesome, like, record momentum, record months happening for so many of you guys in the organization. So, I think leadership is an appropriate thing to talk about at all times, but especially right now, with all the things happening in our outside world, it really couldn't be more of a timely subject. But I want to spend just a second before we dive in, first of all, to introduce myself to those of you guys that don't know me. I'm Kelly Davis. I'm calling in tonight from Greensboro, North Carolina. You guys, we've been in the business a little over 11 years now, which is so hard to believe. Herbalife, I was a stay-at-home mom. My husband had 2 jobs. He was working for the Air Force Reserves, and he was selling medical equipment. And we really felt like we were getting by in life, but we weren't necessarily getting ahead. And our accountant introduced us to the Herbalife opportunity. Our accountant loved the Nutrition Club concept. He loved the Herbalife marketing plan. I was not excited, to put it lightly. Those of you guys that have heard my story before, I was that negative, skeptical spouse that you hear so much about, right, Mike Kirkpatrick? You know, yeah, Mike and I have that in common, you guys, and now look at us. Here we are running this call together. So, but you guys, fast forward, we went to a big Herbalife event shortly after I got in. My world was changed. First of all, I got on the products, and that was a game changer for me. Felt incredible, wasn't looking to lose weight, but just had the best energy that I'd ever had in my life, you guys. And then I went to a big Herbalife event, and that was the other game changer. As saw what was really possible with this company. We live an incredible lifestyle. As many of you know, we've lived in Asia for 3 years. We just recently moved back to the States a little over a year ago. Was able to work this business from there. I've worked this business inside of a nutrition club. I've worked this business from home. You name it, I've done it. But what it's afforded for us to do is lead an incredible lifestyle. We have amazing kiddos. We've really gotten to live the life of our dreams. So much financial freedom. And I'm not sharing you with any of that to impress you at all, but just to say, like, guys, it truly is possible. This opportunity is for everybody, and I sincerely believe it. And it's a great feeling that, every dime that we make within the company is a result of helping people, either with the products and or the business. So you're in the right place at the right time. Thank you for being here with us on this Monday night, but I just wanted to share that with you all. So one other thing I want to say before we jump in is, as I mentioned at the very beginning of the call, there's a ton of you who are having some record months right now, right? You guys are pouring it on, your business is killing it. And then I want to speak just a second to a few of you that might be thinking, ooh, like, my business isn't really where I want it to be. I want to encourage you, like, all of you, get out a notebook, get pen and paper ready. Like, I really do feel awesome about this, what I've got to share with you tonight. I think that this can help those of you that are already feeling like you're rocking in your business. And I really feel like this can help those of you who aren't so sure, who need a little bit more, just a little bit more encouragement. need a little bit more structure, maybe need a little bit more guidance. So, sometimes you create things and you've ever created something and you feel like, this is okay. And other times you put something together and you're like, man, I feel really solid about this. And that's kind of the way I feel about the things that I've put together for you guys for this call for this evening. So again, welcome. Thank you for being here on a Monday night. Again, we're talking about leadership this evening. And so I'm going to try to share my screen with you all. Like many of you, my world has been kind of turned upside down a little bit. I'm on my daughter's laptop right now. Don't ask. So I'm going to see if I can figure out how to share this screen with you from my daughter's laptop. Here we go. So she's got a crazy background. So you might be seeing that here in just a second too. All right. Can you guys see my screen? Thumbs up? Yep, awesome. Okay, you guys see leadership? Very good. Okay, so jumping right in. This is one of my favorite topics. So some of you guys that have been around for a while, been to some of our, leadership development weekends, been to some of the more higher level trainings. One of the things that we do is we set aside some time to talk about leadership because it truly is important within our business. And the first thing I want to mention to you guys is there's some of you on this call who are sitting there thinking, I don't know if I'm a leader. I don't see myself as a leader. You're not really sure. Well, here's what I'm here to tell you. Like it or not, you're a leader. Now, we're all at different points on the leadership spectrum as to how strong of a leader we are, but look at some of the different ways that you can be a leader. Like you can be a leader in your family, you can be a leader in your organization, in your community, in your church, in your peer group. The fact that you guys are all here tonight, right now, on this call, it signifies to me that you're a leader. Again, like just getting on the call doesn't go, ooh, I'm a leader, but it does mean that you are, on that continuation of that spectrum of wanting to be a leader and wanting to get better and wanting to grow yourself. And I hear so often from a lot of people that maybe they're newer, or they've even been around a long time, and they don't see themselves as a leader. So the first thing I want to spend a little bit of time with you guys is to tell you, if you don't see yourself as a leader, that's my first bit of homework assignment for you is spend some time. You got time. I know you do. I'm going to call you out right now. I know you got some extra time on your hands. Look in the mirror and have a pep talk with yourself. And it's not something that you can do just one time, but you need to believe in yourself. Are watching you. And if you can carry yourself with shoulders back, head up, and believe inside of you that you are a leader, it's going to make you a better leader, right? This is something I feel so passionate about. Some of the best leaders that I know are some of the quietest people in the room. They're not the people shouting. They're not like the strongest, loudest personality in the room, but they have this amazing leadership skill that like look a little bit different from everybody else's skills. So I'd say like find the best leader for you. We're not all, you can kind of look around, see the different faces on the Zoom. We all have different personalities, but trust me, we can be amazing leaders. So right now, what I want to mention to you is that now more than ever, I'm sure we can all agree, the world needs more leaders. All right. I don't know if you watch the news, don't watch the news. My suggestion would be not to spend very much time at all on the news. Trust me, if it's really important, you'll know, especially right now. Like, yes, we need to know what's happening in our world, but trust me, you'll know. I mean, there's a virus out there and that's about all you need to know today. But you guys, the world needs leaders. People are looking for hope. People are looking for light. There's a lot of darkness out there. And I think it's kind of easy sometimes for us in Herbalife to sort of forget like how much darkness there can be out there for other people. Most people, I'd say the majority of the world, they don't have a lot of light, you guys. And it's very sad. And so what we have an opportunity to do is be a beacon of light for people. We get to be that leader, that to lead people out of the darkness. So here's what I would want you to write down your notes. One of the things that leaders know, and even in the worst of times, is that this too shall pass. And so when I say this is a really timely subject for us to be able to talk about tonight, I mean, I think leadership is so important to talk about all the time, but especially right now in the things that we're going through. Leaders know I mean, they know this too shall pass. Now, I'm not going to compare this to some of the other things that we've had in history. We've had, other obstacles within our society, right? But look back through some of the things, the recessions, different things that our world and our nation, our world has gone through. And we know this too shall pass, right? This doesn't define us. This doesn't end us. So leaders know that. Again, it gives them that confidence. But I want to tell you, you guys, we on this call on a Monday night, this is not typical. This is not normal. We're still smiling and kind of laughing, and people are afraid. Okay, so what do they need? They need a leader that is not going to make them feel silly for their fears. We don't want to make anybody feel badly about their fears. We're not going to ignore people's fears, but what we want to do is kind of get ahead of their fears. Okay, so follow me here. If you're in a nutrition club, I see you guys doing it all the time right now as nutrition club owners. You're getting ahead of your customers' fears, right? So they're afraid that, things aren't going to be clean. You guys are showing them in your videos and the posts that you're making that you guys are in there cleaning up like crazy, making sure things are safe for them. I see you guys posting all kinds of great stuff, kind of signifying to people, to your customers, to your friends, kind of getting ahead of their fears, if that makes sense. So we can't make people feel bad about their fears. Their fears are their fears. But as leaders, we don't want to ignore them, right? Kind of allay them, understand that they have those. People want reassurance right now, right? So talk a little bit about fear. This is a great quote from FDR. And he said, the only thing to fear is fear itself, right? You guys have heard that one before. But some people are hunkering down right now in fear, okay? This is where we have an opportunity. And this is where this really gets good. So you've got these people, a big group of people that I'm sure right now are hunkering down in fear. And you know what leaders are going to do? Some really strong leaders who, honestly, some of these strong leaders don't even know they're strong leaders yet, right? They're still that little kitten looking in the mirror. They don't view themselves as strong leaders. Single one of you on this call have the potential in you to be. They're going to create solutions. I was listening to Darren Hardy today, and he was talking about how some of the best solutions, some of the best companies, some of the most innovative ideas have come out of times when there's a problem, right? So love for all of us to really take on as leaders is not talking about what can't be done, but let's talk about what can be done. Okay, so if I'm in a conversation with a group of people and I hear, oh, we can't do that, and oh, we can't do that, we can't do that. Brad and I, we laugh about this all the time, like, don't tell us what we can't do. What can we do? What can be done? That, when you hear people speaking in that language of, ooh, but we can do this, and ooh, we can do that, and you hear these like fired up conversations, you guys, that's leaders. That's leadership talking. Those are the people that you want to get around, right? Well, right now we're social distancing, so we can't really get around them physically, but we can be involved in those conversations, right? Thinking that's your people, right? That's the jam that you need to be around. That's the group, right? Okay, so let's not talk about, let's make a pact here right now. We're not going to talk about what can't be done. We're going to talk about what can be done, right? So let's see here. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about character. So character is defined in times of crises. So one of the things that I was listening to Darren Hardy talk about today is he said it's easy to lead when things are easy, right? Everybody wants to lead when things are going well, but it's when times get tough and times get challenging that people kind of tend to scatter, right? Like, where'd they go? Where are all the leaders? But you guys, this is where we grow so much. This is where we learn so much. I was listening to Darren Hardy today, and he was naming different people that have been very noteworthy leaders in history. You know, Abraham Lincoln, various presidents and things. And then he's like, who did he mention? He mentioned Millard Fillmore. And you're like, who's Millard Fillmore? Well, Millard Fillmore was a president of the United States once upon a time, but people are like, who's that? Unless you're a really big history buff. Well, not a lot happened when Millard Fillmore was president in the US. Not a lot of things happened then, okay? I didn't know all this either. I'm not a big history buff, but you guys, I didn't know that. And so we don't really remember who that was. But we think about the times in our history where things like really, there's a lot happened in our history. You know, Ronald Reagan was president, or Abraham Lincoln, and we're like, oh yeah, we know those names, right? So just I thought that's kind of interesting when he was talking about that. But you guys, it's easy to lead when things are easy, okay? So here's one thing to think about. Disruption equals new opportunity. So our lives have been disrupted right now. Can we agree on that? Like we've had a little bit of disruption right now, right? But problems are food and fuel for entrepreneurs. So every single one of you are in an entrepreneur field, right? We're all entrepreneurs, we're all leaders. I'm talking to you guys all like entrepreneurs and leaders. So some of us, again, some people are gonna hunker down and go, oh, woe is me, my business looks different than it did, 3 weeks ago, it looks different than it did a month ago. And ooh, I can't really do anything right now because it just looks different. But I'm here to tell you, and I can see it in your eyeballs, a lot of you, you guys already know that in this, you're going to come out stronger and better, and you're going to create some really cool things. And I'm going to pick on Dawn and Jeff Manus for just a second, not pick on them, I'm highlighting them. But I love something Dawn said the other day. Like, if you guys have watched them right now, they're going crazy with this pay it forward thing. And if you haven't, go to their Facebook page. It's incredible what they're doing. But Dawn said something the other day, and I'm like, that's true leadership. We're waiting for the right opportunity to do something, but she's like, with this, we just felt like we wanted to go ahead and create it, we wanted to do it, and we would figure it out. And that's what I'm really calling every single one of you to do. If you come up with a great idea, or you hear of a great idea, you see somebody else doing a great idea, like it's kind of like that ready, fire, aim philosophy, like just do it and the rest will figure itself out, right? This is the time where those great ideas are really going to come into play. Because the best ideas in the world, if we don't take action on them, nobody's ever going to know about it. So Dawn and Jeff, shout out to you, and not just you guys, like shout out to all of you guys that are taking that on, and whatever it looks like for you guys. But if you guys get a great idea or see somebody doing something, like just take action, right? This is the time we're going to be able to create some really cool stuff, okay? So a couple other things right now. So I encourage you, and if you guys don't work in a nutrition club, you can take this on too, but like what kind of solutions are needed right now in the marketplace? And it's like, ask yourself, like, how can you help? How can you serve? How can you be of value? If you're not in a club, like kind of pay attention and go, if you're in a club, not in a club, we all need to be paying attention, right? But like, what does the world need? And it's not, ooh, what does the world need and what can I capitalize on? It's not that. It's what void is there that I can help fill, that I can help serve. Everyone, right? Going to help you grow, but it's going to help so many other people in the community too. It's going to help your team. So I would write those questions down. Like, how can you help? How can you serve? How can you be of value, right? One other thing I got today from listening to Darren Hardy is Newton's law. He said for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, okay? So for example, we can say, oh, everything is terrible right now, but look, Zoom stock is going through the roof right now. Dash driver, food delivery service is going through the roof right now. Toilet paper. We're not gonna quit doing what we're doing. We're just gonna change, modify, be relevant, right? So I told y'all I was fired up. I got a lot to share. I'm excited. Okay. So I'm glad I didn't have that second glass of tea. Okay, so think outside the box. Mike Curtis has always taught us from the very beginning. The techniques change, but the concepts stay the same. So we're not recreating our business. We're not recreating Herbalife, you guys. Herbalife, Mark Hughes was brilliant. He was so far beyond his time. Like, man, that man was here. Like, I just get chills right now, thinking about right now, like, what would Mark do, right? He'd be like, oh, you guys, why are y'all sweating this? This is like nothing. We got this, right? But you guys, like, Mark was brilliant. He was so ahead of his time. And again, Mike Curtis has always taught us, and he learned it right from Mark, is techniques change, but the concepts stay the same. So we're not trying to swing the pendulum. We're not trying to recreate the wheel on what we're doing. evaluations. We're still doing, all that. We're still getting product to people. We're still, sharing the business opportunity with people. We're still doing all those things. We just have to morph and be flexible in our delivery and how we're doing it. So another thing we can all do right now is leaders. You guys, we have so much. Well, we have a lot more time. Would you all agree? There's a lot, our calendars are a lot more open. Maybe a little different, right? But our calendars look different than what they typically do. This is the perfect time, hands down, to work on all the skills, sharpen your axe, if you will. So all the things that you said, ooh, when I get time, I'm gonna work on learning a little. It has been handed to us on a platter. Honestly, we're not gonna have any more time than this. So what I would tell you is use your time wisely right now. Just use your time wisely, because when the world does open back up, and it's going to, the world's gonna open back up, those of us that use these extra pockets of time wisely right now, sharpening our axe, strengthening our mind, our heart, our will, all those things, turning off the news, not watching too many episodes of Tiger King or whatever it is right now, whatever the latest, greatest thing is that people are flipping out about. You guys, those of you that spend our time really sharpening our axe are going to be ready to go even more so when the world opens back up. So I tell you, there's never been a better time for personal development. In a couple minutes, I'll share a couple of the things that I would recommend to you, especially focused on leadership, that will help you become stronger leaders. Here's a quote that I would recommend that you want to write down. Don't just go through it, grow through it. So I think one of my biggest points of this whole training section for everybody tonight is I challenge you. I know there are going to be people in this organization and across the board that are going to do some phenomenal, history making, noteworthy things in their business and in their communities, and not just in our business, but what the impact that's being made in your communities right now. Not just tying a knot and hanging on, but embracing it and going, ooh, what can we create? What can we do? Who can we give back to, right? If ever there's a time to not just hang out, this is the time, right? This is the time. I mean, it truly is. So, if you're a morning person, get up a little bit earlier tomorrow morning, get some tea, write down your game plan. What am I going to create? And what am I going to do right now in this to make myself stronger, to make my team stronger, to make my family stronger, all those things. But you have to believe it right here first, that you're the leader in your home, homeschooling right now, all around all this, but you got to believe it first, that you're the leader, and then go from there, right? Be solution oriented. That's a huge one. We talked about it at the beginning, being solution oriented, not what we can't do, but what can we do? And the ready, fire, aim, right? I love that. So again, here's what I know. We are honestly going to come out of this better than we went into it. I know it. I know Herbalife is going to come out better than we went into it. I'm looking at all the different pins popping across this organization, across Herbalife, across the region, and it's phenomenal. I mean, if you got, my phone is constantly blowing up today. We still have over 24 hours left in the month, and there's so many new people hitting President's Team right now. It is unbelievable, you guys. It's incredible, and I am looking at all of your faces, and I want to see every single one of you, whatever it is that you want. Yes, the pin changes, whatever goals, dreams that you have. This is now really that time to set aside some reflection and help them make a game plan, okay? And if you need help, I got time right now. This is great. Reach out to your leaders. If you need help, if you feel where to get started becoming a good leader, please reach out to us, you guys. So if you need a good book or 2 or 3 or 4, and I think everybody does, and if you'd rather do audio, I know we're all going out on more walks than we've ever gone out on our lives, so pop in a good audio. Some of my favorite speakers in general, but especially on leadership, John Maxwell, Jim Rohn, Mark Hughes, they're all amazing. I'm going to share with you guys in just a moment, some of my favorite John Maxwell titles. I'm telling you, if you're specifically looking to work on leadership, John Maxwell is amazing. And I would almost like put money on it. I bet a lot of you guys, that's probably the one that you've read or listened to. But John Maxwell, man, he's got some good stuff about leadership. So I'll share in just a second a couple of my favorite titles. But I truly do believe we're making some history right now. Pins are popping. They're going to keep doing it. We're stronger together. And I also know leaders attract leaders. And that's one of the things that John Maxwell talks about so much in his book. So, you know, as you're building an organization and as you're building a team, leaders attract leaders. So you got to ask yourself, like, what do I want my team to look like? Who am I trying to attract? And you stay true to you, you stay genuine to you, you still be you, but you got to like present yourself in a way that's going to attract those type of people that you want on your team. And again, that goes back to sharpening your axe, holding your shoulders back a little bit more, right? Becoming that leader. So I love, love, love the book, 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. These are all John Maxwell books, but the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, one of the things I think continuum as a leader, you're not gonna attract people that are higher leadership level than you. That makes sense. Like he's got it on a scale and numbers, and you can kind of figure out where you fall on that leadership spectrum. But if we're all wanting to attract really strong leaders, we need to become better leaders to be able to attract those people. But a couple other books by John Maxwell, Developing the Leader Within You, and then How Successful People Lead as well. So at any rate, I get fired up about this. I love, love, love leadership. And I've talked leadership with you guys all night. Gets me fired up. So I would encourage you, check out some of those books, get the audio version, and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear that you guys are reading it. So I've got a few awesome announcements. I've got a really big announcement at the end of the call. So don't bug off early because it's like hot off the press and nobody knows about it. So stay on to the very, very end of this call, you guys. But again, we have 24 hours left till the end of the month, or a little over 24 hours, right? I don't even know what day it is right now. No idea. It's Monday, March 30th. But you guys, we're just a little inside of, however you say it, 24 hours till the end of the month. So for a few promotions to mention, the Lakeside Lunch Team promo. Look, we are eventually going to be able to get back together face to face and hug each other super tight, and I can't wait. So keep working to qualify for this. I promise you, like, we're going to deliver on it for sure. We're still going to deliver. Hopefully it'll be before Christmas, but no, I'm kidding, teasing. But no, we will for sure get together and make this working with your teams to get qualified for that. It's gonna be great. First quarter promotion, we're getting to the end of that one as well. I know there's a lot of you that are getting super close to reaching your next level of that. So that's a great one. Also, okay, some announcements. So got some great things happening in the organization. I'm gonna let you guys kind of look through that because I gotta make sure I get this in. This is super awesome. So got a little bit of recognition here, and next week is our big recognition call. Gotta shout out our two newest Active World team members, Miss Stacy Ernest and Miss Nita Moore, brand new Active World team in the house. Woohoo! I got everybody muted, so sorry. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, awesome. They're all clapping and cheering. And we're gonna unmute everybody next week on the celebration call, and we're gonna go nuts. But congratulations to you, lovely ladies. We're so happy and proud of you guys. That is incredible. So then we've got some cuts to recognize. First cut, not only Active World team, but also first cut of Global Expansion team done, Miss Stephanie Castell. Woohoo! Guys, give it up. Man, I wish I could unmute you all right now. I'm having like technical difficulties here, but they're all cheering and clapping super loud. And then second cut of Global Expansion team, Dawn and Jeff Manis. Woohoo! You guys give it up for them. Huge. Awesome. They're all second cut, Mill. Okay, you guys, this is just not working for me. Mike, I gotta get everybody off mute so we can go crazy.
That would happen.
Thank you, whoever just did that. Okay, thank you. Second cut, Mill 7.5, Amanda East. All right, and we just gotta go back and do a little back cheer for new Active World. First cut get and second cut get. We gotta do a belated cheer because I can't.
Trixie, Nita, Stephanie, Dawn, Jeff.
Yay! Second cut president's team, Mike and Tara Kirkpatrick. Awesome. Hey, you guys, so I promised you that I have an announcement, so don't hang up with me, okay? Got 2 more things to cover real quick. So next week we have our, I think I just got muted. Can you guys hear me? You can hear me, John? Okay. Okay. So next week is our recognition call. Huge party. We've got some new fun ideas for that based on some of the feedback that we've gotten. So we're very excited for that. Okay. Drum roll. This is huge, you guys. We had so much awesome feedback from the special call that we did last week with Lisa Arnold that we decided it would be super fun to have another special call with a special guest speaker tomorrow evening at 7:30. So drum roll. Woohoo! You guys, 2500 Global Expansion team member Hope Bain. You can look at her picture right there, her phenomenal product results. She has worked this business from home for a while now. Nutrition clubs, and she's a rock star. So she's agreed to share with us tomorrow evening at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So mark that one in your calendar as well. You don't want to miss it. She's going to be sharing some great nuggets with us. So you guys, hope you all have an awesome evening. Please reach out if you guys need anything at all. I'm so proud of every single one of you, and I hope you all have an awesome night. Thank you, guys.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Good
Good
night.
night, Kelly.
Night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Kelly.
Good night,
Good
everybody.
night.
Good night, John
Bye,
Boy.
Kelly.
Good night, John Boy.
Pete.
Night, John Boy.